Hey everyone, and welcome to Fact Frame. When you think of ancient civilizations, you probably picture pyramids, gladiators, maybe some scrolls and sundials, right? We often imagine them as simple, primitive societies, fumbling around with sticks and stones. But what if I told you that our ancestors, thousands of years ago, were actually building things, designing tools, and even mastering sciences that we thought only we could accomplish with modern technology? It turns out, the past holds far more mind-blowing secrets than you might think. From self-healing concrete to working robots and rust-proof iron, prepare to have your perception of history completely rewritten. These are the top 10 ancient technologies more advanced than you'd think. Get ready to have your mind blown, fact framers. Number 10. The Maya blue pigment. When you see ancient Mayan murals, notice that incredibly vibrant blue. That's Maya blue, and it's mind-bogglingly advanced. Created over 1,500 years ago, this isn't just any blue. It's a synthetic pigment made from indigo dye and a specific type of clay, palygorskite. What makes it amazing? It's virtually indestructible. It resists acids, bases, biological attacks, and even extreme weathering, lasting for centuries where modern paints would fade. Scientists today are still studying its unique organic-inorganic hybrid structure, wondering how ancient Mesoamericans achieved such chemical stability without modern labs. They basically invented a super durable synthetic color centuries before synthetic colors were a thing. Number 9. Ancient Egyptian surgical instruments and prosthetics. Forget simple bandages. Ancient Egyptians were performing surprisingly sophisticated surgeries. We found incredibly sharp bronze and copper scalpels, forceps, bone saws, and drills. Tools that look remarkably similar to some used in early modern medicine. Evidence from mummies suggests they performed complex procedures like setting broken bones with splints, even brain surgery, trepanation, and dentistry. They also created surprisingly functional prosthetics. One famous example is a prosthetic toe from over 3,000 years ago found on a mummy, designed to be flexible and comfortable enough to walk in. Who knew ancient Egypt had a cutting-edge medical startup? Number 8. The Lycurgus Cup, Roman Ditrete glass. Imagine a glass goblet that changes color depending on how light hits it, from opaque green in reflected light to translucent red when lit from behind. That's the Lycurgus Cup, a 4th century Roman artifact. Scientists discovered it contains nanoparticles of gold and silver embedded in the glass. When light hits these nanoparticles, they scatter it in different ways, creating a chameleon effect. This wasn't accidental. They somehow controlled the size and distribution of these particles, achieving effects similar to modern nanotechnology, long before they even knew what atoms were. It's like they had microscopic paintbrushes made of pure magic. Number 7. The Delhi Iron Pillar, India. Standing over 23 feet tall and weighing more than 6 tons, this pillar in Delhi, India, has been exposed to the elements for over 1,600 years, and it's barely rusted. That's right, 1,600 years without significant corrosion, in a climate where other iron objects rust quickly. Modern scientists have studied it and found it made of incredibly pure iron, but the secret lies in a thin, protective layer of mesoite, an iron hydrogen phosphate hydrate that formed on its surface over centuries. How the ancient Indian metallurgists achieved such high purity and facilitated this passive protection on such a massive scale without modern blast furnaces is still a subject of intense scientific debate. They basically had stainless steel before it was cool. Number 6. Greek fire, Byzantine Empire. Imagine a weapon so terrifying it could burn on water and could not be put out with water. That was Greek fire. A mysterious incendiary weapon used by the Byzantine Empire for centuries, starting in the 7th century AD. Its exact chemical composition remains one of history's great secrets, never revealed and ultimately lost. It was likely a petroleum-based mixture that could ignite on contact with water and stick to surfaces, making it devastating against enemy ships. Despite centuries of speculation, no one has definitively recreated its properties. It was essentially ancient napalm, but with better marketing because it scared everyone into submission. Number 5. The Aeola Pile, Hero's Engine, Ancient Greece. Around the 1st century AD, an inventor named Hero of Alexandria designed what many consider the first recorded steam engine, the Aeola Pile. It was a rotating sphere mounted on top of a water boiler. As the water boiled, steam would escape through two bent nozzles, causing the sphere to spin rapidly, powered by thrust. While it was primarily a novelty or a toy, not used for practical work, it demonstrated a clear understanding of fundamental thermodynamic principles and jet propulsion over 1,800 years before the Industrial Revolution and James Watt's practical steam engine. They literally had a working prototype of a steam engine and just thought, neat party trick. Number 4. Damascus Steel, Middle East. Legendary for its incredible sharpness, flexibility, and distinctive wavy patterns, Damascus steel was the material of choice for swords from the 3rd to 17th centuries. Stories claimed it could cut through a falling silk scarf or even solid rock. Modern metallurgists had discovered that this steel contained carbon nanotubes and nanowires, making it incredibly strong and durable at a microscopic level. The secret of its forging, passed down through generations, was eventually lost. Scientists believe specific impurities in the ore and unique forging techniques created this nanostructure, making it a true ancient nanotechnology marvel. It was basically a superhero metal before superheroes were invented. Number 3. The Baghdad Battery, ancient Mesopotamia. Discovered in 1938 near Baghdad, this artifact, dating back over 2,000 years, looks suspiciously like a working electrical battery. It consists of a clay jar, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod. When filled with an acidic electrolyte like grape juice or vinegar, it can generate a small electric current, around 1.5 to 2 volts. While its original purpose is debated, some suggest electroplating, others medicinal uses, or even religious rituals. It demonstrates that ancient people may have had a grasp of basic electricity centuries before Alessandro Volta. They might have been charging up their ancient iPads? Who knows? Number 2. Roman concrete, aquaproofing, and self-healing. The Romans built structures that still stand today, like the Pantheon and countless aqueducts, while many modern concrete structures barely last a century. Why? Roman concrete, especially their marine concrete used for harbors, was incredibly superior. It was made with volcanic ash, pozzolana, that reacted with seawater to form a calcium aluminum silicate hydrate compound. This material actually got stronger and more durable over time, even underwater, and could even self-heal small cracks. Modern engineers are still trying to fully replicate its longevity and resilience, especially its resistance to saltwater erosion. They basically had super concrete that could fix itself, while our highways need repair every other Tuesday. Number 1. The Antikythera Mechanism, Ancient Greece. Discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of Greece over a century ago, this isn't just an artifact. It's an ancient analog computer from around 100 BC. It's a complex clockwork mechanism with over 30 intricately geared bronze wheels, all hand-cut with incredible precision. Its purpose? To predict astronomical positions and eclipses decades in advance, track the movements of the sun, moon, and planets, and even predict Olympic Games dates. The complexity of its gearing system wasn't seen again until the 14th century, when medieval clockmakers finally caught up. It's like finding a smartphone in a Roman ruin. The level of engineering and astronomical knowledge required to build this is absolutely astounding and completely rewrites the timeline of technological advancement. It's the ultimate proof that our ancestors were far, far smarter than we give them credit for. These 10 incredible ancient technologies are more than just relics. They're testaments to human ingenuity throughout history. They challenge our modern arrogance and remind us that brilliant minds existed long before Silicon Valley. They built machines and mastered sciences that would be lost for centuries, only to be rediscovered much later. So which of these ancient wonders blew your mind the most? What other ancient technologies do you think deserve more recognition? Let me know in the comments below. If you loved digging into these forgotten facts, be sure to like this video, subscribe to FactFrame, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the astonishing. Thanks for watching, and remember, history is full of surprises.